Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday morning. So, let me ask you this. Do you think you have enough food put away to last you forever? No, of course not. Okay. Now, we've all heard every story, 6 ways from Sunday about food shortages and beef prices and chicken and vegetables and yada yada, fruit, you name it. Okay. And I think all of us are going to be pretty much in agreement that the only way that we are going to be able to find and or afford the food that we want to eat, there'll be food out there, sure. Hey, come on, stores are already selling bugs. If you want to eat that, more power to you. If you want to eat the food that God put on the planet and intended for human beings to eat, then, you know, maybe I'll give you an idea here. So it's this time of year uh, that farmers are going through seed catalogs, looking at spring of 2023. What are they going to plant? Shortly, I'm expecting to start receiving seed catalogs in the mail here from companies I've bought from before. Not that I don't already have all my seeds, but a lot of people don't. Okay. But I've even read some of your comments where you guys are already getting the itch to start your seed planting and stuff like that. I am too. Okay. But while that's all fine and dandy, starting the seeds and everything like that so we can grow our vegetables, grow our fruits. Well, fruits probably not so much from seed, but at least growing our vegetables. We might have a little problem next year. And I want to kind of go over this and I want to give you a solution for it too, okay, in case you don't know. In all my running around trying to find out what's going on in the world, what's important for us to know, not Harry and Meghan and not this FTX fiasco and stuff like that, and the latest lawsuit against Donald Trump, which doesn't affect any of us. Okay. Of all places yesterday, I ran across an article on CNN. Yeah, believe it or not, I do go through the punishment of looking at CNN and MSNBC and see what the other side is talking about too. There was an interesting article on CNN, and of course I'll link it below. But it was about the devastation to the bee crop. Not crop, but the bee population. Now, if most of you guys know, there are traveling beekeepers that go around the country and have their bee colonies that they let loose, go pollinate everything, and come back. Okay, if you think all the almonds that you're eating are pollinated just by Mother Nature doing its thing, no. If you've ever watched any of this stuff, in the spring there are massive amounts of beekeepers that take their bees out to all the almond groves out in California to let them pollinate. Okay, millions upon millions of bees out there, and the bees all come home at the end of the day, drink a little bee beer and say, "Hi, honey, how'd the day go?" Well, in the winter, the beekeepers need to go somewhere so their bees don't die. Okay, so the bees don't freeze or whatever, and they usually go down to the deep south, okay, to Florida, maybe Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, or whatever. Well, we got a problem this year, and that's that we have a drought, which is causing a problem. And the bees, as soon as all the beekeepers got down to Florida, we had that hurricane that hit back in September and wiped out a lot of bees and also wiped out a lot of the bee food that they need to survive the winter. Okay, bees need to eat too. The farmers or the beekeepers are trying to help as best they can by putting out massive buckets of sugar water and things. Like IBC totes or multiple IBC totes where they can go get nectar of some sort. But it's not enough. Just like you can't eat one thing. You can't just eat carrots and go, okay, I've got everything I need. No, you need different vitamins, minerals, et cetera, that you get from different foods. Bees are no different. So we have a problem next year that there aren't going to be enough bees, which means there aren't enough pollinators to keep not only the commercial gardens growing, but to keep yours and my garden grow. All right. If the bees got killed off wherever, this is a problem. What is one of the cheapest yet most important tools that you can have in your gardening shed in 2023? One of these. Your typical cheap ass paintbrush, artist's brush. Okay. Why? Because it would behoove you to learn how to hand pollinate your crops for next year. Now, not every plant needs it. Okay, so this is kind of a homework thing. When you're sitting inside with this massive storm that's supposed to be here today, and you got nothing to do and you got that itch for gardening, and like me, you go, okay, I'm going to go watch some gardening videos, see what I can't tell you how many onion videos I've watched, okay, or carrot videos here probably in the last week. Trying to get any tip and any trick because I keep getting these golf ball size onions and my carrots suck, and I'm trying to figure out what I can do. And I mean, trying to learn. That's what this is all about, guys, is learning. I don't know everything. I've told you many times, I go watch other channels to learn stuff, people that know more than I do. People come here to watch me because on some things, I know more than they do. Okay, great. One thing I do know about is hand pollinating. Now, it depends on the plant, all right? Think of something like corn, all right? Corn, you don't need to go around with this. I mean, corn's a wind-pollinated vegetable. Shake the stalk, the pollen floats down, gets on the silks, and each one silk goes to each one kernel, pollinates your plants. Yep, here we go again. Okay. So, then you think of something like tomatoes or peppers or eggplants, your nightshades. Those plants have hermaphrodite flowers, okay? Both sexes, right? So you don't need to pollinate those. I don't want to say self-pollinating, but they pollinate themselves, right? So you don't need to worry about your tomatoes, your peppers, your eggplants. You're good, all right? But when you start talking about some of the other ones that we all like to eat, cucumbers, pickles, pumpkins, any of your melons, whatever, okay? And I mean, I grow them all. Why? It's good food. Pumpkins, pumpkin pie. You've all heard me talk about dog food. Pumpkins are great for dog food. Melons, I mean, I grow honeydew, I grow cantaloupe, I grow watermelon. If there's no bees, I get no fruit, okay? So what do you got to do? And like I said, you can go do some research on this, but I mean, this is real simple, okay? What you're trying to do is get the pollen from the male flower, the stamen, okay, and spread it on the female flower, the pistil, okay, P-I-S-T-I-L, not P-I-S-T-O-L, and pollinate the plant. It's as simple as taking a paintbrush to the male flower, brushing it around inside. You're going to get pollen all over this, and then go over to the female flower and get on the inside of the flower and paint it like this, okay? It's not difficult. It's what bees do, okay? It's what a lot of different bugs do. They go in, you see them, they go in the flower, they get it all over their tail, if you will. They go over to the female flower, and all that pollen now gets into the female flower. Poof, you have a pollinated vegetable. How do you tell the difference? Actually, it's really easy. A male flower, you will see the thin stem and the flower. Usually the stem is pretty long, and you'll see the flower. Okay. The female flower is shorter. You will see the stem. You will see like a bubble or something right underneath the flower. That's actually the cucumber or the melon or the pumpkin or whatever. So the long singular stem, go in there. The one with the little bubble underneath, poof, in there, and pollinate. I know it sounds really simple, and a bunch of you guys are going, I know this is easy. But just like everything else on every YouTube channel, in every book, in every magazine article, whatever you would be, if there's one person that gets a benefit out of it, it's worth making the video, writing the book, writing the article, whatever it is. In this case, that one person may get food to eat next year that they wouldn't have had otherwise. Sometimes it's the simple things in life that we talk about that are so important. Okay, so just want you to remember that. Now, if you made it this long, congratulations, because I know some people go, oh my God, this is so boring. True. Okay. Maybe to you it is. Maybe you knew everything. Maybe you shut the video off at the 3-minute mark. You're going to miss this part. This is something that Elliot wanted to do for everybody. Okay. And we are going to give away on Saturday night's live stream a Delta 2. Okay. This will be the last giveaway before Christmas. Delta 2. Elliot has also given us a coupon code to get a Delta 2 for $799, guys. That's cheaper than we've ever saw a 1300. And the Delta 2 obviously being the next model, the upgraded model of the 1300. So $799 with the coupon code of Xmas Prep, which I will put below. Okay, free shipping. And if you guys want to order it this week, he'll guarantee that the delivery will be made before Christmas. What may be that one last Christmas present that you were thinking about putting under the tree for somebody that you can get. Now, on Saturday night, we're going to give one away as well. And if you made it this far, congratulations. Obviously, and I'm going to go through this again, there are no short lists. If you see anything in the comments saying text me, Instagram me, it's all bullshit. Okay, scammers. End of story. Okay, the only way you're going to win this is if you are on the live stream Saturday night and your name is randomly drawn. Don't listen to anything else. Just delete it, report it, end of story. All right, so in order to win the Delta 2 on Saturday night, you have to put a comment below this video and this video only, obviously with the state in which you live, because we got to know that one. And I need you to come clean. Are you the one that wraps the presents in the family? Or do you give all your presents to your spouse or your kids or something like that to wrap? I'll put you on the spot. So you need to say something like, I'm the wrapper, not that kind of wrapper, but I'm the one that wraps the presents, or nope, I give it to my spouse or my kids, whatever it would be. Saturday night live stream is at 9 p.m. Eastern time, guys. Must be present to win. It will be the same as always, where I will draw live a random person. They will have 3 minutes to respond that they are here, and then we will get the information over to Elliot so he can get a generator sent to you, hopefully by the beginning of next week, so it'll be to you by Christmas. But again, if you're interested in purchasing one at a cheap price, and y'all know, I mean, I've talked about the Delta 2, the Delta 1300, everything like that over and over and over. Excellent generator, okay? If you're interested in picking one up or picking another one up, because as you guys know, I suggest at least having two, so you can charge one while you're using one. The links will all be below, but as for that, that's Wednesday morning. Have a good day. Pinball out.